Hello everybody, my name is Lance and welcome to my tutorial on how to make a GIF emote for BTTV. In this video, I'm going to do my best to make things as quick as possible. I don't want to confuse anybody, so we're going to jump right into it. To make an emote, I will be using 3 Adobe programs: Premiere Pro version 14.0.3, After Effects version 17.0.5, and Photoshop version 21.1. The first program we're going to use is Premiere Pro. So let's open that up. Once Premiere Pro is open, we're going to go ahead and create a new project. We're going to title it whatever you want. For the sake of the video, we're just going to call it GIF Emote. Just simple. And hit OK. Now that we're at this screen, we are going to import a clip. So here's my clip. I'm going to open it up. It goes down in the project here. We're going to drag it to the timeline here. This is the video. This is the audio. We're going to get rid of the audio because GIFs do not have audio. And here we go. Here's our video. I'm just scrolling through the timeline, see the whole video, and we're going to turn a portion of it into an emote. Now in this beginning part, I'm just kind of standing here. It's nothing special. I'm just going to straight up delete most of this. Now, that's a pretty good frame. I'm going to crop this by just dragging it over to there, to the line, and I'm going to drag it back over to the front of the timeline. We're going to come back over here. Now we're at the front of the video. I can play through to see what it looks like. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to crop this whole end of my video also to this line, and it should snap to the line. And now we're going to go back to the beginning, which is this button here. And I'm going to play through. Pretty quick. It's a quick video. It's a quick little clip we've got here. But what we're going to do is, it looks pretty good, but to make a pretty good looking GIF, I almost want to copy it. It's going to go wherever the line is. So let's just drag it over here and we can edit, paste it. Now I have 2 of the clips back to back. So you see, I do it once and I do it again. So that's kind of what it would look like if I didn't do this next step. Now I'm pressing the play button over here. I apologize if I may skip a step accidentally just because I'm kind of familiar with the program, but you can follow my mouse along. I don't want to cut anything out. So I'm going to right click this. I'm going to change the speed duration of the second clip that we have. We're going to reverse it. I'm going to press OK. And that just reversed this second clip. So now this first clip is in normal, direction. And then the second clip reverses it. So now it looks like this. And then it reverses it back. Boom. So see how that works? And that would work very well as a GIF. You understand? Are you understanding? That is pretty perfect. Now what I'm going to do now is File, export the media. I'm going to export it right here as H.264. We're going to rename it, and we'll just call it GIF Dance. I'll just call it green screen because we know this is going to be the one with the green screen. And I'm going to save it where I've been saving everything else. So it's going to save right next to this guy. It's going to save an MP4 format. We're going to save that, and we are going to export. It should only take a moment. And boom, you've now exported the video into that file. We are done with Premiere Pro. We can get out of here. Save changes. I don't even care. I already got what I want. The next program we're going to get into is After Effects. So let's open that guy now. All right, now that we're in After Effects, I'm going to get out of this and I'm going to create a new composition from footage. So you can click on that. We're going to open our GIF Dance green screen. We're going to import that. It'll go up here in the composition. We can take our clip and drag it down. I take that back. I'm sorry. It's already down here. And you can see it's a little big and zoomed in. Now we don't want that. That's not what we want. It's way too zoomed in. It's way too big. So what you can do is just come up here and use your scroll wheel to adjust so you can get the, you know, the right framing in instead of it being zoomed in all the way like that. You can just use your scroll wheel and boom, there we are. Now this is much more easily editable now that I can see everything. So up here in the top left, there is a pen tool. You can click on that. I like to start out of the frame and start making a line coming in the frame, going along my green screen there, around your subject. Come back down along the green screen again, and you can connect the pen tool at the same box you started at. Boom. And that will crop out all the stuff around there. Now it may be black instead of this checkered background, like that. There is a box right here. It's a little checkered box, and it says toggle transparency grid, so you can turn that on and off. I believe when you open the program and you do all this, it'll start off as black, but feel free to click on that whenever you feel, and you'll see this here in this nice checkered background, which shows the transparency of what's showing and what's not showing. So I'm going to go back to black real quick because we're going to do some more editing. Now down here in the composition, in the timeline, I'm going to right click. We're going to add an effect. We're going to add a keying effect. We're going to go to key light 1.2. Then this opens up here on the left. There is a little color like dropper thing. That's the tool we're going to use. We're going to click that, and we're going to click a color close to our subject. So I'm the subject, and we're going to use this shadowy area, the green screen right next to me. And I'm just going to click on that, and boom, it's gonna get that color and use that. Now you'll see we have some smoke here. This is some of the green screen that didn't get keyed out. So what we're gonna do is change this screen gain, and we're gonna increase it just a little bit. We got a little blurry there, but that's okay. It'll fix itself. We're gonna keep going until just about all that smoke is gone. So there's the smoke, and we slowly drag it till it's gone. And boom. So for me, it was about 129 is the number. It's the value here. But for everyone, it may be different. And for some people, you may not even be doing this part because you aren't trying to make a transparent emote. And that's fine. So now that we have this and we've keyed out the green screen, we'll play through it to see what it looks like. It'll get pixelated like that because it's rendering, but it'll fix itself as you scroll through. Like if I stop here, see how it get clearer again. And the more you kind of scroll through it, kind of repairs itself. It's a weird program. But you can get the idea of what's going on even with the pixelation there. You can see that it's working just fine. The emote's playing as it needs to be. And kind of the more you scroll through, the smoother it's going to get over time. But now we're looking at it pretty smoothly. And I think that looks pretty good. I think that's great, actually. Now, if we go back down here to what I mentioned earlier, the transparency grid, and toggle that, boom, look at that. And let's drag through that. Yeah, and it looks really good. There's no green in there. It looks great, actually. And that's all we're doing in After Effects. We're going to export this now. So we're going to File, Export, Add to Render Queue. Down here is where the settings show up. There's best settings, which we can ignore, which is the render settings. So next to render settings is a little blue hyperlink, best settings. We can ignore that. Output module, on the other hand, says lossless. We cannot ignore that. So we're going to click on lossless. Under video output, you'll see channels, RGB. We're going to change this to RGB plus alpha, which is going to be plus that mask that we made using the keying technique. We're going to press OK. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to choose where it gets outputted, which is this one, output 2. And we're just going to save it in that same file. We'll just rename it something so it's not confusing. So the first one was named green screen, but we'll just call this one transparency. I may have spelled that wrong. I'm not sure. And we're going to save it. And now that saves the output location. And then we're going to press render over here on the right. And it's going to render it out. And then once this is done, you'll hear a little fun sound. It's like a light bling. And there it is. And that's it. We are done with Adobe After Effects. now we go on to the final step in Photoshop. So I'm going to close After Effects. I'm not going to save because I don't really need to. And next, we're going to open up Photoshop. All right, so now that we're in Photoshop, we're going to create new over here on the left. We're going to create a custom size. We're going to change it from 1920 to 112, and the height is 112. And we're going to make sure we're in pixels as well. That's the size of the emote that we want. We're going to press Create, and that's going to give us this little box here. We're going to File, Place Embedded, and we're going to add the transparency emote that we got from After Effects. So GIF Dance Transparency, that's what I decided to name it, but you probably named it something different. And we're going to resize it so it fits in the box correctly. Down here at the bottom of Photoshop, you can create a video timeline, which will create you a small little video. Oh, I forgot to place it. So once you have it here, you can just click any tool pretty much and it'll place it. Anyways, back down here, create video timeline. You can drag through the timeline to kind of see how the emote's going to behave. And it looks pretty good. So I do like that. I'm going to hide the background. So over here on the right, we have this white background. You'll notice it's not that checkered. That checkered means it's transparent. This white background is not transparent. So this little eyeball here, you're just going to click that. Boom, it hides it and it shows us our checkered background. And we're pretty much done. We're going to file, we're going to save as. I'm going to rename it again. So we'll just name it Final GIF Emote, but feel free to name it whatever you like. We're going to change the file type to GIF, the GIF. We're going to change it to that. And we are going to save it in the correct folder so we don't lose it. We're going to save. It'll take a second. It'll load. You see the we got the activity wheel going. GIF save options will open up. You can just press OK. We don't need to get crazy here. So just press OK, and that's it, guys. You've created your GIF emote. Now, if you go to where that folder is that you saved it, you can open it up, and you'll watch it play right there. It's transparent and it looks great. Okay, everyone, that's the end of this tutorial. I hope it helped you out in some way or another get those sweet GIF emotes on BTTV. I don't think I need to show you how to upload that because you probably wouldn't be here unless you already knew about it. So I expect you guys to all be adults and figure the uploading part out. I did test this in my chat. It worked just fine. So if anyone does have issues, I may not know everything, and I'm sure there are other methods and ways to work around certain things that I do. I'm sure some of you don't have the same versions of the programs that I use. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just trying to help out wherever I can. And if this helped you, I hope that you press the like button and share it with anyone that may be struggling or may also need help in this way. Feel free to leave a comment, say thanks, or if you do have a problem, you know, tell me what it is and I'll see if I can fix it. If not, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm only human, you know. You can follow me here. You can subscribe to the channel. Do whatever you want. It's up to you. I stream on Twitch. It's the same as the YouTube channel name, so feel free to stop by there. Maybe thank me while I'm live. It's up to you. But I thank you for watching. It's been a great time making this tutorial. Editing videos kind of sucks, but I mean, I did it in the hopes that somebody gets helped out. So anyways, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Maybe if you subscribed. I don't know.